Tomorrow's a first alert weather day, and we told you this was likely coming, but fire weather watch from yesterday has been upgraded to a red flag warning for a huge chunk of the western slope. This highlights where the fire danger is the highest tomorrow. But the high fire danger really exists everywhere, and it's because of that incoming gusty wind, and gusts up to 40 miles per hour are possible. That red flag warning means that weather conditions are favorable for wildfires to start and spread, and that certainly is a possibility not only tomorrow but also Saturday. The exact same area as that red flag warning is also under a fire weather watch on Saturday from noon until 8 p.m. This will likely be upgraded to a red flag warning, and I would not be surprised at all if tomorrow we get a fire weather watch for Sunday. That's going to be that look ahead for you here over the next couple of days. Now, the drought definitely plays a role in this. You add that dry ground, the dry vegetation to the wind and the dry air, and that's where the fire risk comes from. This was just updated today, and it's not a whole lot different from what we saw last week, but we still have widespread severe drought from about I-70 south through the Four Corners across western Colorado. So we need some moisture. We got a little bit late last week, Friday and into Saturday, and that certainly helped to prevent things from getting worse, but we want things to actively get better too. And these little showers that we're getting over the mountains just really don't offer all that much improvement. You've got a little band of showers over Utah also, and then that little swirl with that little band attached. That's a weak storm system that's going to gain some intensity as it tracks to the east. And so we get these showers north and northwest of us tomorrow. That cold front approaches the western coast tomorrow, and all of this together works to really ramp up the wind tomorrow afternoon. Then that upper level low moves ashore tomorrow night and into Saturday, and the wind just kicks up even more into Saturday. But the moisture, we don't really get any of that. Maybe our mountains will, but the bulk of this is going to stay well north of us. This latest update from our Futurecast does try to get a little bit of rain close to us. I just am not convinced that this weekend or even early next week is going to offer anything except for areas to our north. Now, the wind will subside starting Monday and Tuesday, so if you have any outdoor burning plans, it's not really a safe idea to do that this weekend. It's better next week when weather's a little bit more favorable for containing the fires. We have had an increase in clouds this afternoon. Right now 76 degrees is our temperature at the Grand Junction Airport. We're heading down toward mostly 40s tonight. Some 30s can happen in the cool spots, but expect 49 at Grand Junction, 43 at Delta and Montrose, 40 at Nucla, how about 38 at Glade Park, 39 at Dove Creek, and 37 will be the high in Cortez tomorrow in the morning. And then the afternoon warms into the upper 70s and lower 80s, and those lower 80s will be especially prevalent in and around Grand Junction, extending down Highway 50 toward Delta. We're going to keep it warm into Saturday. Sunday does turn a little bit cooler, and this is kind of where things get more into question a little bit. I mentioned earlier that we may get a fire weather watch for Sunday as early as tomorrow, which would later be upgraded to a red flag warning. But here's the thing. With that cooling, the humidity will come up just a little bit, and with that higher humidity, we may be just shy of the red flag warning criteria, but it still is going to be windy, and that's why I say despite the higher humidity with that cooler weather on Sunday, the fire danger is likely to remain high. We do see the wind relax early next week, and Monday is likely the coolest day of the next 7 days. Tuesday starts to warm. We'll still be in the 60s and 70s area wide, and then we'll continue that warming through the 70s likely into next Wednesday and Thursday. Most of us are looking at lows in the 40s. Some 30s can happen on those cooler days early next week, and around Cortez it's mostly 30s for lows with lower 30s, just below freezing for those lows early next week.